Hello guys, so welcome to tonight's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world for now. And we'll start with tonight's show. Alright, we don't play the match, we don't beat Atletico Bilbao 2-0. So if you listen to Arteta's post-match press conference, they call they ask him about Victor Keres and Merino. Arteta confirmed say yes, both players are fine. They don't get any problem. Get Keres gets more gash, get forehead. The Merino na still not the now. Keres so na still our player na still runner for him get. So na just not the shot by mistake. So they happen by weekend we'll go play City Boys, so they go do very very okay. Now, about today's game, we'll win 2-0. If you see my voice, don't crack. I know they're very, very happy as to take win. We played very well. The first half, we were trying to see how we can contain them. Because when you see the lineup Arteta put out, you don't know, say, yes, Arteta wanted to come here and be very, very cautious, not to come all out. And when you listen to the post-match press conference, Arteta said, talk and go, try to enter the mind of Arteta to see what will be the game plan coming here and how he wanted to execute that game plan. By the virtue of the fact that the match ended in our favor, you will still give Arteta and say, okay, the plan will carry come, it work. Because for every game, you bring a different strategy, how you go take player. Me personally, not be me the manager, but I already did feed forward. I don't already visualize and say, Arteta will likely play the 3 midfield play. And the reason why he no go play one day because but looks 102 day young, and I concede, like as everybody they talk, if our squad they 100% fit, Merino no go there for the first level because some people just don't want to see Merino in the first level. But I won't make it just be like when Partey they play right back. Those times, if to say White they do, they get confirmed depth for that defense. Partey for no replay. There is no way that I could see Ben White they fit, team they fit go play Partey right back. So it be now. Most of the Partey they play. I don't think I've ever seen Arteta have a fully fit Odegaard come bench Odegaard go play Merino. I don't think I've ever seen that. So many of the times when they see Merino coming is because there's no Odegaard, so Arteta is looking for a way out. No matter how difficult the opponent is, I don't think Arteta has ever sacrificed Odegaard for Merino. It is always because Merino no dey. Then you can't decide between because Odegaard no dey, you can't decide between using Merino or using Waneri. You can't go with Merino. Now what team I see. Now for this game, maximum Tuale, Christian Mosquera. This guy is a gift that keeps on giving. The guy they give me joy. People keep asking questions in the social media. How did Arsenal steal this player? Nobody competes against them, nobody drag them. It goes to show our sporting director's vision. In getting dozy, in getting data bank. When they know which type of player we go get. Sometimes don't be about spending millions, 50 million, 70 million. It don't be about that one. There are some gems, hidden gems, where you will see for small money. Only for me buy and say, I don't too talk today, but I just say I can see around the evening show. Now, when you look at even Mosquera reports from TNT Sports, a 21-year-old Mosquera dropped the masterclass on his first ever Champions League appearance. Just a reminder that he only costs Arsenal a reported 13 million. 13 million. Now, when you look at today's game, the statistics, we restricted Atletico Bilbao to just 2 shots on target. Then we restricted them to not create any big chance. They created 0 big chances. We were with the away team. We created 3 big chances. We had 6 shots on targets. They had 2. We had equal shots. We had more of the ball possession. Most of the what they do, they don't really use and do anything. When you go and look at the statistics of this particular match, look at touches in opposition box. Look at our own players. Make I can show you Atletico Bilbao players. Look at Inaki Williams. Inaki Williams' leg touch ball inside our box 18 just 5 times. Look at Berengua, that one at 2 times. Look at Vesga 1 times. The rest, nothing. Make I show you the next slide. Nothing. Now only Serrano 2 times. So the way we dey play now, I keep telling people after each game, when you watch the statistics, don't just be a passive viewer. Just view the game. Okay, we 1-0, 2-0. That's the only statistics you care about. No, there's some intricate details of the game where Ateta they look at, Beretta they look at. You too start looking at them. You go dey hear say, we don't play 5 matches, we don't concede only 1 goal. People they get just 2 shots on goal against us. They know they create big chances against us. Ask the question why? Because we try to stifle them and not let them play the way they want to play. We made Liverpool not play the way Liverpool used to play. This Atletico Bilbao coach, the team will do him now. What was his fear? If you watch his pre-match press conference, he said, Arsenal don't let people play. When you look at the statistics we see now, did we let them play? We didn't let them play. Because when you are playing at home, you are playing against us. We are relegating you to 2 shots on goal. You are relegating your star striker to 5 times when you let the touch ball inside our box 18. You know how big the box 18 is? Your leg no go cross am, baba. If your leg go cross am, we go dey count am. Your leg dey enter there 5 times. You no fit wipe shots, blockade everywhere. It is intentional. It is like no be luck. We know what we are doing. That's why most times I say when Ateta does these things and it works, give him his flowers. Give him his flowers. Let your praise be as loud as your criticism. That is a balanced level. I cannot force you to praise him, but I would expect that it should be an obligation for you because you are a fan. Most people don't understand what it means to be a fan. A fan is a person that offers support to their team. You cannot say you are a fan of Arsenal, but you don't want to praise the manager. Most times people will say, why do I praise the manager too much? Why do I defend it? I'm a fan. It's my duty. It's my, if not Nigerian, I will say it's your civic responsibility to vote. All those kind of things. But yeah, it's our duty to support the team. Come rain, come sun. You don't only shout your voices and criticize them during the bad times. The good times too, sing their praises. That is what I always do. So I implore you, I see many people say, why go they praise Ateta? They know they pay him. Regardless of them pay him or not, you are a fan. That's why you are a fan. To support. And you don't know what it be, you are a fan. So you have to support them. So overall, I'm very, very happy. Now, when you look at the press conference after the match, the transcript is out. I be want to react to the video, but I say no need, make I just go through sharply and just run through the transcripts. Now, on tonight's game, Ateta said, what an amazing place to play football. I must say, one of the greatest atmospheres that I've been in. We knew that, we knew that the first 20-25 minutes, it was going to be really tough, especially the way they played. It was so intense, a lot of direct players, a lot of duels. I think after them, we started to grow throughout the game. And in the second half, we were much better, fluent, dominant, and looked much of a threat. And at the end, the finishers, they made the impact for us to win the game. Look at that language. We knew, which means before the game, they'd already envisage, they'd already project, say, this match, first half, it go tight, it go tie rapper. So what was the game plan? Stifle them. We knew they were going to be very, very adventurous, very, very aggressive. So what do you have to do? No be time to put one area and they like use Ateta's mind. They explain. Make sure that place that senior men did there, that's in cover everywhere, close everywhere. Then after the first half, because we all know no 2 halves are equal. Second half everywhere goes 2. Even for another interview session, you know, say after match, you get the interview they go first do before the main press conference. Ateta also made that statement there because that one Sky Sports the interviewer. You know what's in Ateta talk? Ateta explained for this particular TNT poster. Ateta explained say the plan was to actually reduce that tempo in the first half because you know the first half go top. Then the second half will come bring in players. We will come run out for us. That was like now what's in carry for mind. At a work today, that's what I say. I praise him because he don't let you know say he already see how the game will go. Now on what it tells our subs. He said, like people and some people they bring him a second. I'm not telling you, see, they're equally as important as people start the match. You are equally important. They can't even ask him about Gabriel Martinelli. He said fully deserved. I adore Gabriel Martinelli. His attitude, his commitment, his positivity, what he's willing to do for the team externally. We certainly value all the qualities that he has and what he brings to the team. And I'm so happy that today he was important into actions. See Martinelli will be saying with the call sheet packer. Though the same do this one doesn't mean he has just changed overnight to, but at least now waiting I expect make Arteta they do with Martinelli. Now we just do now. He knows how to dribble. The only thing when gets na speed. Bring him in the second half where those fullbacks when no go fit dribble normally, they go run tire. All they have to do is let's go. They no go fit catch am because they don't tire. You get. So now the only tactics. Now waiting when they do that year with to workouts. So if we do it with Martinelli, he will always have an impact coming from the bench because he's one of the fastest players in world football. So you know go fit catch am. Moving on. Now on Martin Zubimendi's performance. So Zubimendi has always Arteta say, well, the guy is super steady. He controlled the tempo of the game. As the game progressed, it was much better because he understood the spaces that they were, where we could weaken the opponents so they didn't run at us, especially as we had to turn them around. And in general, very well, not just him, the whole midfield. We found ourselves with a little more space, but the team has grown. Now, on Atletico Bilbao, they say they are very hardworking, very tough, very clear about what they have to do. They have a coach who gives them an identity and solutions that are very difficult to solve. And that's why it took out one of us so much in the first half. And the second half, I think they physically dropped a little in the second half. You see the game. Because normally, we go carry Agbara, pursue them now. So their energy bag will reduce for second half, normal. Then for the second half, you know what Arteta can do? Most people may not see this tactic where Arteta they do. And so start Merino, start everybody. The plan was second half, the Okelens will come out. If you watch now, Merino they start. Second half, the Okelens will come out. Merino will go 9. We will bring in reinforcements. That's what we did. That's why the second half can't open. You think Arteta no say playing Zubimendi right and Merino is not going to give you much creativity? He knows because it is intentional. You think so if they play Nottingham Forest or they play one small team, we can't set up like that. We will not add flair. You get? So him no say second half, the Okelens, Bossita, he will come outside. Then Merino will go there. Reinforcement will come for that midfield. Creativity that is lacking will now be there. Because that second half, everywhere will not open. Because all those Agbara don't come down. You get? So that was the game plan. And thank God it worked. If to say no work like Liverpool now, we will say, well, it no work. But you see the game plan, so that's it just be. Now, according to the Atletico Bilbao game, Nico talk say, I think they physically dropped a little. But we have also been a little bit more stable with the ball. And we have traveled more together. And it has been harder for them to run. I think they have had more difficulties, but in general, I repeat, a spectacular atmosphere and a team that can compete with anyone. Now, away from that one, on the team rallying around Martinelli, that's the point. That's why I need to really enjoy the game working with them. We'll just praise Martinelli. Now, they're going to ask whether Martinelli gets points to prove. They don't say Villages in the bench, Arteta not going to play all those kinds of shit. So Arteta say, I was sure that Gabriel Martinelli was going to react like that. He raised the level to Gabi, and he was going to do that. So he has such a mentality. He's a player that is constantly willing to learn and improve himself, very demanding with himself. That's the moment that hopefully is going to give him the confidence again to go. But he's done a stunning play. Mr. Ade very, very happy with Martinelli today. Now, on the atmosphere in the ground, you see, I loved it. I love the atmosphere, as you said, it was inspiring. So I think that's the word I would use. The connection the people have, the passion they live, the game, the match, the team, and that's inevitable. Now, on managing players emotionally, so I think I say I was very clear. They know how I feel about them. So they know that when I have to leave a player on the bench or out of the squad, it hurts me. Starting from there, it's the only thing I can do. It's my job. I have to make decisions. And I have to make decisions based on increasing the probability of us winning football matches. So not be about playing football and playing beautiful football, that to increase the probability of us winning. And they know that that's the only reason why I'm going to make certain decisions. Sometimes those decisions might be right. Sometimes they might be wrong. Okay, you don't understand. Now, at the same time, they have to stay with that, and they know that if you want to maintain a certain standard, they are very responsible. Not only during matches, but in training sessions, the atmosphere they create, how much they care for each other. So all those things are going to be very critical. Then the final question they're going to ask them, how far people they bleed? Merino and the Achilles, how far? I think they're all good. That's where I got my thumbnail from. You hear him? I think myself, say some of the decisions can end up in the wrong, and some can end up in the right, because we all do analysis. At the end of the game, we now have the power of hindsight. We can say, just Ateta do like this. For example, most of the time people will say Ateta know they make substitutions quick. But look at today, Ateta make substitutions. 2 of them came in, impacted the game. The whole full-time analysis show, how many people gave him his kudos? Say, Ateta do the right subs. That's why they talk. Say, not be only when he do mistake, people they criticize that. Balance it now. As a fan, get. Unless maybe you don't consider yourself as a fan. Then that one I will understand. But as a fan, come on, learn how to praise your manager. You didn't say me when they praise him, I just they praise him because I just like to praise. It's like duty to praise him. We all love, unless maybe you don't love the club. There is no way you love Arsenal without like, so one love Arsenal, no love Arteta. With the manager, with the orchestrate things, when they make things happen. All right, so away from that one, now David Raya salutes the magnificent job of the board to bring in reinforcement this summer, because when you look at what Raya is saying, I can say last season the depth was a little bit short. So we're not going to do many things. For example, new signings have a key role to improve the squad, improve depth, especially what happened last season with the injuries that we had and the depth. It was a little bit short, and then the club did a magnificent job to recruit a lot of players, really good players, and they're going to be very key. They're going to play a key part. Now, it's really important to have that depth. There's a lot of talking about statistics about the finishers or the people that come from the bench that changes games, and there's a lot like the other day, like Leo, he touches the ball, he gets an assist. So they are really important no matter who plays in the starting 11, and that one are true. Every player for Arsenal is very much important. Now, did you know that Arsenal have become the first side in Champions League history to win 6 consecutive matches against Spanish teams? Sevilla, Girona, Real Madrid, Atletico Bilbao, just knock them. Did you know? Now, away from that one, I did watch Ancelotti's own press conference ahead of their own match against Atletico Madrid. So Babako dey talk say, I beg, all these pundits, make them calm down now. Say there's too much focus on Florian Wirtz, their new player. What's happen? He never score, he never do assist, waiting. And say most times now, pundits of other clubs, that don't put pundits where they are affiliated with other clubs, that then they do what Baba call their name, say Gary Neville, call their name, and your own pundits where they related to your own club, Jamie Carragher. Now the same thing they do to other people, you know they lament. But now what they do the Okeles? Thank God Okeles don't bust net, back. All our new players, everybody they back. Everybody they try, you get. But see your own how much in a buy. You never do nothing. That's why I made them give them that pressure, because I want that they do us also. But they said they do it good. Now, I call this waiting for Messi. They talk about Liverpool. For Messi say, if no, they say luck. Liverpool supposed to be middle of the table, because they have been gifted 6 points. The match against Burnley and the match against Newcastle. They should have drawn 2 and won 2 so far. That they've been nothing spectacular this season. I've been awaiting the Fantasy Premier League set drop in the morning about some of the Liverpool players that they have not been fantastic this season. But that one said, I can't see for social media where Gabriel Martinelli and Trossard they thank each other. So Martinelli said, "Thank you, brother, for giving me that delicious assist." And Trossard said, "Say, used to thank you as well for helping me out." So that's I just really happy. At the end of the day, Martinelli collected the man of the match for the match. So I did really proud of him. I'm just happy for him because he made us happy today. Now, I think when they talk about Zubi, so it's okay. I think this part of the press conference, don't need to come and repeat it. So let's bring you and the message from one of our sponsors in Mobile World Associates and Co-Limited. They're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 80646422. 3-4, and they're located at number 7 Ekenowo Road, or Razi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of the services, please do reach out to them. So the biggest news of the night, and the fact say, I think I don't confirm. Say the Achilles and Merino will do okay. Because our next match now Manchester City, we see other one said will be. So my dear Arsenal lovers, we are all happy tonight. We won. So we don't play 5 games this season. We considered just 1 goal. What a time to be an Arsenal fan. Like, we are doing well. So, but there's still room for improvements. We can still do well and perform better. All right, so I think it's a fine place for us to call the show and end. So I come your way tomorrow morning to give the morning. So then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good night and love your silence. Ciao.